Hey there, how's it going? davidinark here, back in BeamNG Drive, and we are on Caldera Bay with a few modifications. This one right here, we've added a ramp. At this point, we are sending, I'm going to see how the frame rates are affected by the number of cars that we have in the game. Now, you saw it pop up a minute ago. It said 2 cars. That's because there's the car that is currently driving. In this case, you see 3 cars because we already have a Bastion that has crashed. We have a Scintilla that is taking to the air as we speak and crashing into the side of the mountain. Plus, there is another Bastion up on the runway that is serving kind of as my spawn point, just to make life easier. So we've got 4 cars going on. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how are we going to know how well the game is performing if we don't have the frame rate indicator on the screen? And the answer to that is, I'm a doof and I forgot to turn it on. Just for the first couple of cars, we see where we hit the 5 car mark. We have got the burn side slamming straight into the ground, and that is not comfortable at all. Holy cow. Okay. So eventually I do turn on the frame count, the frames per second counter. I'll get it out eventually. This is where we're going. This is what happens when Dave is up too late at night after trying to watch the Northern Lights. Yeah, very cool, by the way. So, here we are. We've got 7 cars. Things are flowing still pretty smoothly. Honestly, I don't think at this point I've even lost any frame rates. It does a little bit of herky-jerky stuff there, but it'll be okay. So now, as you can see, up at the top center, we have the frame rate counter going as we send this vehicle, which I think is an I-Series, if I remember correctly, down the hill. Off the jump. As it rolls, it tumbles, heading down, still doing pretty decent. I mean, yeah, sure, no one is surviving this, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's not too bad, right? I don't know. Anyway, 9 cars, and you can see where the frame rates are. So as we're, that was a massive hit to the front end. As we're going through this, those are the things that I want you to keep an eye on as we are doing this. The frame count, how are we doing with frames? And then also keep in mind how many cars we're getting on the screen, not really on the screen, but in the game at a time. Up to 10 cars currently in the game. Whoa, that is a massive hit on the front end. In fact, I think we just bounced up over the burn side. This dude is still cruising down the hill all the way down to the road. That is a massive amount of distance. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Pieces and parts. You can't even see where the runway is as we head into the Blue Buck. These cars, man, I'll tell you what, they're getting enough air. Oh, okay, we got a little bit of sticking there, a little bit of lag as we slide down into what is quickly becoming a common junk pile here in BeamNG Drive. It's going to be interesting to see how many vehicles end up in that position as we have a D-Series track vehicle, 12 vehicles now in the game. Frame rate is still right around the 30 mark, just under 30 frames per second. It's not bad. I mean, still obviously very playable. It is doing some weird things. This is that is going, oh my goodness, it completely blew the body off of the frame. That is the Grand Marshal absolutely getting obliterated. And we've got the H-Series ambulance, one of my favorite vehicles to destroy, as it plummets nearly straight down off of the ramp. That is gonna leave a mark. Yeah. Oh, and still a little sticky. In fact, you can see the runway there. There we go. Roamer heading over the edge. Oh. Ouch. So we are now, as you see, we're starting to dip down to around the 20 frames per second mark. Now, when things aren't, look at that pile there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the destroyer. Oh, look at that straight nosedive. Oh, I thought he was going to land onto the ambulance. Oh, and we are definitely getting some lagging going on there. The peaks and valleys for the frame rates it's really weird. As we hit 17 cars in the Arata. Oh, there we go. A complete front flip landing on all fours. That was spectacular. Also a spectacular breakup in the process. Sliding down, smacking. I know a lot of folks ask what my computer is. It is a Ryzen 7 3700X. So it is long in the tooth and long overdue for an upgrade, which that will be coming sometime later this year as we see the SBR 18 vehicles in the game. Tumbling, rolling. Look at the driver's side of this vehicle. It's just an absolute mess. Hitting the tree, catching fire. Things are not looking good as we take off in a sunburst. Oh, and again. Oh, look at the air time we have there. Oh, it is so hard for those vehicles. Even, oh my goodness. First of all, sticky frames. But when those vehicles hit that side of the hill, if they have enough momentum, they can go up over, but a lot of them don't quite have it, and I think we're going to end up with a couple of junk piles here when it's all said and done. I don't even remember what this is. Is this a BX? Yeah, this is a BX. Oh, look at there, up around the tree. We're doing, whoa, end over end rolls. Frame rate now hovering around the 15/16 mark, although you can see it is dipping down. We've even had the minimum there was like 9 frames per second. This here is the new Miramar. Oh, I can't remember the name exactly, but it's the Miramar that came with the latest .32 update. And it's a little bit of a beast. It's a pretty cool little car. Didn't handle the Caldera jump very well, but who is at this point? Will we have anybody survive? I don't think so. 22 cars, the Covet MR series landing straight on the roof. That is so painful to see as we see what's really painful, the frames. Oh, right in between those two vehicles, tumbling down the hill, sliding along. And, yep, you're going to join the heap at the collection site right here. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 cars in that particular heap as we take off 23 cars. Let's see how this goes. Oh, look at that. The front end absolutely collapsing in and creating this tiny little compressed crawler. That is actually one of the coolest things. It's just a cute little crawler. That's one of the coolest things I've seen. Definitely in this contest, but just even in the game in general. I love that compression. Oh my gosh. Speaking of compression, we have a Pessima. Oh, this dude is flying. 24 cars. Oh, we've got a barrel roll action going. Can't quite get up over the hill. And now, tumbling, rolling, the computer not happy at all. Oh my goodness. That's painful. It's painful to watch. It's painful to experience. And, well, of course, it's going to park right there. That's one thing about this setup. We got a pretty good idea where most of these cars are going to land. This is the older 80s Pessima, flying through the air. Now the wing on the back, well, almost landed on the SBR. I was going to say the wing on the back is going to help it get some air, but Not really. No, that did not help at all. This thing has been completely obliterated as it slides down the hill. Excuse me. And we see that, of course, it comes to rest right here. Moving up next, the Pigeon, introducing the 26th vehicle that we are running through, and the game is just my computer's having a hard time handling all of the vehicles in the game currently spawned in their various stages of destruction, on top of the fact that we are running vehicles, having them drive. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Rolling, spinning. Oh, we're almost backwards. Definitely upside down. That is going to leave a mark. Flattening out the widgeon. And, yeah, man, things are just stuttering. I don't think this computer is going to last much longer. At least not in any kind of playable state. So I'm going to keep going, but here we got 28 cars. The Pessima Dragster. Oh, come on, there you go. Do a little hip check. Oh, off the side. Look at that. That is how you gain some air, get up over the mountain. Let's see where this ends up. I can't remember where the yellow Burnside ended up. Somewhere back there. Now we're not anywhere close to the other vehicle that flew over here, but man, we got some really good distance with that bad boy. Holy cow. I kind of wish I'd done that one earlier. Here we are with the minivan. 29 cars in the game. I got to tell you, it's actually performing much better than I thought it would. And it's not just 29 cars in the game. Remember that the frame rates are being affected by everything in the game. So all of the scenery, all of the stuff, all the buildings, everything in the game is helping to affect what is going on with the frame rate. Look at that pile of cars. Man, that is some serious destruction. 30 cars. The Wendover. This is the T10,000 or 10,000T or whatever the thing is called. I'll tell you what it's called is absolutely destroyed. However, getting some serious air after running the front end into the side of the mountain, but not enough to get up over, and the frames are just absolutely hurting. I think, did that say 1.4 minimum at one point? Holy smokes. But as you can see, it's hovering around 10 frames per second. And it's not just the frames per second. It's that whole stuttering thing that is really presenting a problem as we head off into one of the trophy trucks. 31 vehicles now spawned in the game. And this is just quickly becoming what I'm going to consider unplayable. Could I continue beyond where we are now? Yes, kind of. But I'm just afraid that, well, first of all, I don't want the computer to crash because then there goes my video. But also, I just don't know. Oh, look at that. I will tell you, though, flying through the air, yes, the frames are, 9, 10 frames a second, but it's still gorgeous to watch until it gets to this part. Oh, we're having some issues. We are having some issues here. All right, let's just let this slide down, crash into this rock here. Oh, we're just gonna, okay, well, we'll just hang out there. All right, so here we are, and now we've got the bus, and I used the rockets right up until we hit the jump, and then I turned them off because I didn't want the rockets to be a factor as it was actually flying and collapsing. Of course, tin can action, rolling up over the hill, kind of. Oh, hey, there's the they went the Burnside. Oh, hey, is this one gonna beat the Barstow. Was it the Barstow? No, I can't remember which the red vehicle was that came across here, but it's not going to make it that far. So sliding down to the end, and things are just awful. There's just so much stuttering, so we're just gonna leave it here. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is now, this is the Bastion that has been parked here the entire time. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Now coming in, heading for the show, joining its friends at the bottom of Caldera Bay. Well, not really the bottom of the bay, but you know what I'm saying. After the jump, things are not going to be pretty. Oh, man. Hope you've enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. I love to see how I can push things. And then ultimately, when I do upgrade my computer, I will also be able to use this as a comparison to see how the new processor compares to what we are currently looking at here. And we are just rolling, tumbling, smashing into the tree. Is that it? Oh, no, we're going to slide down the hill. All right. Hey, well, as we watch this happen, thank you so much to GamerGull, LosWilko, and Hero of God for supporting the channel on Patreon. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for watching. It means a whole lot to me. Like the video, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I appreciate it. I would really love to be able to get a YouTube 100,000 subscriber play button someday. I just think that would be so much fun, so cool. Anyway, I digress. Thank you so much for watching. I'm davidinark. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.